Pakistan is nothing without China. Owaisi flags TRF omission in UNSCs Pahalgam resolution. All India Majlitahad Muslimin Imam Chief Asaduddin Owaisi, who was part of the delegation of MPs that toured Saudi Arabia and other countries, on Thursday said Pakistan is nothing without China's support. In an exclusive conversation with CNN News 18, Owaisi also said the delegation he was a part of tried to expose Pakistan's lies and its misinformation campaign at the international forum. I tried to expose Pakistan's lies and their misinformation campaign against India, Owaisi said. It has become clear, without China, Pakistan is nothing. They are handicapped without China's support, he added. Speaking on his delegation's mission, Owaisi said, we also explained how Pakistan, with help from China, blocked the naming of the Resistance Front TRF in the United Nations Security Council resolution on the Pahalgam terror attack. On April 25, the UNSC condemned the Pahalgam terror attack in the strongest terms and reaffirmed that terrorism in all its forms and manifestations constitutes one of the most serious threats to international peace and security. Days later, the UNSC refused to mention TRF in its six-monthly report to the Sanctions Committee, even after India's repeated submissions. Later, it was known that a Chinese diplomat, who led the South and Central Asia Group, on board Pakistan's requests and mentioned the Balochistan Liberation Army BLAT and the Majid Brigade. Owaisi, during his conversation with CNN News 18, also mentioned Pakistan's fake propaganda of claiming military Operation Victory over India, and said, Pakistan's Field Marshal, Asim Munir, failed to produce an original painting, and thus he showcased an earlier painting of a Chinese drill, trying to pass it off as a display of operations against India. Asim Munir was recently mocked for presenting a framed painting, which showed a striking resemblance to an alleged Chinese military exercise, as a gift to Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif at a high-profile dinner event. The painting was gifted as a depiction of Pakistan's so-called military operation against India. However, Sharpie users were quick to point out that the image bore a striking resemblance to a 4-year-old photograph from a Chinese military exercise. Several users claimed that the image was lifted directly from publicly available visuals of the Chinese People's Liberation Army drills, raising questions about the authenticity of Pakistan's portrayal of Operation Bunyanun Marsus. Also read Pakistan epic entree of takfirism, must be brought back to FATF grey list. Owaisi in Algeria. What Owaisi said on India-Pakistan ceasefire amid the recent controversy surrounding Rahul Gandhi's surrender remark. Owaisi, while speaking to CNN News 18, said Pakistan's DGMO spoke to the Indian authorities, and it was only after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's permission that the ceasefire was agreed upon. The suggestion for a ceasefire came after Pakistan's DGMO spoke to ours. Our DGMO, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's permission, agreed, Owaisi said. But I was saddened that this decision wasn't announced by our own political leadership. Instead, we heard it via a tweet by the US President. That was hard to accept, he added, commenting on Donald Trump's claims of mediating between India and Pakistan. Owaisi's delegation, led by Bharatiya Janata Party BJP MP Bijayant Panda, included BJP MPs Nishakant Dubey, Phangnan Konyak and Rakesh Sharma, Satnam Singh Sandhu and Ghulam Nabi Azad, and former Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla. Swipe left for next video. During their visit, the delegation briefed international partners on India's response to the April 22 Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor, highlighting the broader fight against cross-border terrorism while engaging with leaders in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Algeria. Also read Owaisi, Azad effectively countered Pakistan's false narrative. Panda to News 18 latest blogs.